Before fully getting into the soccer portion of this monologue, I want to start off with basketball. This upcoming season in the NBA, it could be the last dance for LeBron James. And when I say last dance, this could be his last season as a full-time starter. The last season where he starts and plays a decent amount of minutes every game for a full season. Remember, at the end of last season, he said he was getting ready to retire. He was thinking about retiring. A lot of us were surprised. We didn't see those words coming from LeBron James. Some people didn't think he was serious. Some people were thinking he was trying to do it for clout. He was trying to do it just for people to continue to talk about him in the media. I personally think that some people misconstrue LeBron James as thinking that he loves the attention and he's always desperate for attention. The attention that he gets is just the result of him being a generational player. Every generational player in sports, not only America, but every generational player in sports, the attention automatically comes to them, no matter what they say, no matter what they do. I think he was serious. If you think about his time with the Lakers and his supporting cast, players being in and out, constant new players, constant new coaches, constant changes in the organization, the competition in the Western Conference not getting any easier, some players taking the game serious, a lot of players not taking the game serious. For a guy like LeBron, who does take basketball serious, when you're playing on a team full of guys who are not as serious about winning championships as you, and you're climbing up there in age, and you don't have that same kind of energy that you once had, retirement is more appealing than continuing to play. And in my opinion, I think that the media and the Lakers organization asked him to come back. Now, I don't have any sources. I'm just on the outside looking in, just like you. That's why I said, in my opinion, I believe that the media, the Lakers organization, and the NBA, they all asked him to come back, which is why he made that announcement at the ESPYs that he was basically coming back. But at the same time, he didn't say that the 2023-2024 season is his last season. But I personally believe that this full season is going to be his last season. And it's going to carry over into the Paris 2024 Olympics, because he did say that he's going to play for Team USA in the Olympics. So we will definitely have, like, if you're a LeBron James fan, a basketball fan, the next 9 months, it's just going to be basketball. We're going to have, it could be an opportunity to see some good basketball. NBA Finals typically ends in June. The Summer Olympics starts in July, late July, ends in August. So from October through August, nothing but basketball. Almost a full year of straight basketball. Technically speaking, it will be like a full year of basketball because NBA season starts this October, then the Olympics ends in August, and then NBA season returns in October. So we're gonna have a full year of basketball starting next week. Full year of basketball. Every single month from this October to next October, nothing but basketball. So this 2023-2024 season, I believe that this is the last dance for LeBron James as a full-time starter. And then next year, if his son is playing in the NBA, I think LeBron James will reside into being a player's coach. Like he'll still be on the roster for whatever team his son is on, but he's going to be coming off the bench, mainly as a mentor to groom his son, to help his son make it through his rookie year in the NBA, because that's something that LeBron didn't have. And he said it, he talked about it a lot. He didn't have a father to help him get adjusted to NBA culture and life as an adult, as a man in the NBA. And that's something that he wants to do for his son. He wants his son to have a smooth transition from childhood to adulthood in the NBA. So that's something that we all have to be thinking about this year, next year, and in 2025. So if you're a LeBron James fan, my suggestion to you is to make sure you show up to his game when he arrives in your city. Because this season right here, it could be the last season where he appears in every road game. I don't know if he's going to play in every home game now, but when it comes to every road game, due to this potentially being his last dance as a full-time starter in the NBA, every road game, every away game, he will at least start. So if you're a LeBron James fan in San Antonio, make sure you show up when he's there. Start looking at the schedule. And if you're working on the same day that he's going to be there, make plans, make arrangements to make sure somebody can fill in for you at work. Atlanta, Orlando, Phoenix, Dallas, Houston, New York, Detroit, Memphis, OKC, Denver, Portland. If you're a LeBron James fan in any NBA city, make sure that you're there this season when he's there. Because this season right here could be his last dance as a full-time starter in the NBA. Now, as for ESPN, I think that they were the main media power that asked LeBron James to not retire. Because these next 2 seasons could be the last, ESPN's last dance with NBA. Now, we've been hearing all the reports about ESPN, them getting rid of employees, laying off employees, firing employees, the possibility of them being sold or whatnot. One thing I know is this: NBC wants the NBA. And NBC is going to do all they can to make sure they get NBA. After the 2024-2025 season, I believe that's when the current NBA media rights deal is done. So that's just something we should keep in mind. Now, before I talk about the main message, I want to talk about the San Diego FC logo. I don't like it. And I'm curious to know if the same firm that created the Pac-12 conference logo, if they created the San Diego FC logo, because both of them look alike. The San Diego FC logo looks like something that was created from an old Microsoft clip art photo. That's what it looks like. Old Microsoft clip art photo from the 90s. If you grew up in the 90s, you know what I'm talking about. Whenever you had to do like a school project and you had to like write a little paper and you had to add a picture to it, you just, on Microsoft Word, you just used to go to clip art and find a random picture and post it on there next to your little research paper that you had to do in like elementary school or middle school. That's what the San Diego FC logo looks like. It doesn't look like a lot of time was put into it. It doesn't look like the creators were diligent with it. San Diego FC, you got to realize something. You're not an ordinary club. You're MLS Team 30. You're the team that made MLS become complete. You are the team that legitimize the word major in Major League Soccer. Because in American sports, a professional American sports league is not considered major unless they have 30 or more franchises. I don't know why it's like that, but that's just the standard by the leagues that existed before MLS. NFL, NBA, MLB, NHL. They set the standard. So now that MLS is major, by you, San Diego, being Team 30, you got to have a little more prestige. You got to put more time and effort into your brand. You can't just release some average looking Crest to the public. Chrome and dark blue? That's not San Diego. San Diego is sunny. You think about the beaches. You think about the palm trees. You think about the sun. San Diego is a symbol of life. And this crest right here is not a symbol of life. This just looks like some just some regular corporate company. Just some regular corporate company. That's what this crest look like. It doesn't look like it represents San Diego. It doesn't look like it represents Southern California. Now, speaking of California in general, we got a big game on decision day. As a matter of fact, I'm calling this particular match Decision Night in San Jose. You know, whoever created the scheduling, whoever was responsible for creating the scheduling, they did a good job. Not only did they make sure that we're having a California Texas clash on decision day. But they made sure that this game will be kicking off in the evening time. Or for people in the East Coast, really nighttime. And not only did they make sure that this game is kicking off at the nighttime, but they made sure that this is the very last game to be kicking off. And it's two teams that are going to have more clashes just as big as this for years to come. Austin is young and up and coming. Yeah, they had a down year this year, but it happens. They haven't been in the league for long. What, this is just their second or third year? They're getting adjusted to MLS culture. They're getting adjusted. Austin will be all right. Then you have a revived San Jose Earthquake team. And because of the pressure that you, the fans in San Jose, put on the team, the pressure that you, the supporter groups, put on the San Jose Earthquakes, the pressure that you, independent media, bloggers, YouTubers, people on X, people on TikTok, people on Instagram, because all of you have put the pressure on San Jose Earthquakes and let them know that we are not going to accept you being a mediocre team. San Jose Earthquakes have a chance to make the playoffs tonight. On decision night. So whoever made the scheduling, I'll just give credit to the sports gods. The sports guys did a good job with this one. Now, all season long, I've been talking about how San Jose Earthquakes, you need to finish the race. How it's goal time. And for some reason, San Jose chose the wrong time to go on this weird run of just being average. They have gone on this weird run where at one point they were close to clinching a top 7 seed to now a point where they have to clinch a wild card. I'm not a tactical guy, so I can't explain what went wrong tactically. The question I have for you, San Jose, is why? Why did you put yourself in this situation? You put yourself in a dangerous situation. Now, you're at a point where you're going to need more than tactics to win this match. Because let me tell you about Austin. Even though Austin is eliminated from playoff contention, there's just something about Austin where they like to make people angry. One of the reasons why Austin was really good in 2022 is because they perfected the role of being scrappy. They intimidated, I want to say they intimidated their opponent, but in 2022, they really, really got under the skin of their opponent. They were aggressive, they were physical, and they used to talk a lot of trash. That is how a guy like Sebastian Driussi got my attention. Because I was just wondering, well, who is this team? They haven't accomplished much yet, but they're playing like they're the top dog of the league. They're skillful, they're aggressive, and then they talk a lot of trash when they beat you. And that trash talking used to affect the psyche of their opponent that they're going against. One thing I like about Sebastian Driussi is that he is not afraid to show up when the lights are shining bright and many people are paying attention to him. Sebastian Driussi reminds me of a star boxer who knows he's good, and he steps in the ring and he lives up to expectation. He performs well, and he trash talks before the fight. He trash talks during the fight because he knows he's going to win while he's beating the opponent. Oh, and when he gets through defeating the opponent, he still trash talks. So San Jose Earthquakes, Sebastian Driussi, he's coming. And he's going to be ready to play. You see that picture right there? In my opinion, that picture means finish him. Whatever he's doing with his arm and his hand, to me, that looks like a symbol meaning game over. He's coming to end your season tonight in San Jose, California. And he's not going to go back to Austin satisfied unless he makes sure that you will be sitting at home just like them during this MLS Cup playoffs. You see, Austin have nothing to worry about. They don't have to worry about tactics. They don't have to worry about being perfect. This is their last game of the season. So they can just be relaxed and try their best to be a menace to you for the full 90 minutes, San Jose. That's what Austin's going to do. Sebastian Driussi, a lot of people have forgotten about you because I don't know what happened to you this year. I'm completely clueless. And I'm kind of surprised that Austin was this bad this year. Some people agree with the new GM who says that Austin overachieved last year. I don't think they overachieved. I just think this year they're just too arrogant to the point where they got relaxed. And they got humbled this year. But in 2024, I think Austin's going to come back stronger than ever. And it's going to start with you, Sebastian Driussi. So Driussi, what I want to see from you on decision night in the San Francisco Bay, I want you to give us a preview of the revived Sebastian Driussi in 2024. The Sebastian Driussi who was an MVP candidate back in 2022. The Sebastian Driussi who was a Golden Boot candidate back in 2022. I want you to give us a preview of what's to come in 2024 because I do believe you're going to come back stronger than ever. And Sebastian, after this game on decision night, this offseason, I want you to spend some time somewhere away from Texas, somewhere away from America. Maybe go on a remote island or a remote resort just to spend some time in meditation, just to get your mind right. And to remind yourself, the great soccer player, the great American soccer player that you have the potential of becoming. That's what I want you to do this offseason, Sebastian. Because I know you got that killer instinct in you. And I know that you are just as good as every MLS striker in this league. But you got to go back to believing that. You got to go back to believing what you are. So on decision night, I want you to give us a preview of what's to come in 2024. Because you're one of my candidates to be MVP, Golden Boot, and Comeback Player of the Year next season. But do you believe that you can return back to that Sebastian Driussi that we saw and witnessed in 2022? Now as for San Jose Earthquakes, the pressure is real. And one thing I noticed, a lot of MLS teams don't play good under pressure. A lot of MLS teams choke under pressure. We see how many times the Philadelphia Union have choked in the MLS Cup title and in the CCL. We see how many times LAFC have choked whenever they play the Mexicans, whether it's the CCL or the Campeones Cup. MLS players do not play well under pressure. That's why this game is very dangerous, and Austin can really withstand the earthquake on decision night. Because MLS teams do not play well under pressure. MLS players choke under pressure. San Jose, don't let that be you. San Jose Earthquakes, what is it going to take for you guys not to choke under pressure? Do you need some kind of pep talk from Steph Curry or Draymond Green or one of the 49ers legends, Steve Young? Maybe, I don't know. Actually, I do know. How about your ownership group? How about John Fisher? How about he be the one that give the team a pregame pep talk? You know, it's one thing to get pep talk from a celebrity, but it matters more when the boss, the guy who's cutting your check, when he steps in the locker room and he tells the team, he looks every player in the eye and tell them, I believe in you. I believe we can get this win. Let's go do this. Not only for San Jose, but for the San Francisco Bay. The way players play, it makes a difference when they know that the top boss, the highest value man, is actually watching them. You know, John Fisher, the ownership group of John Fisher, you can really use some good publicity, because all season long we have been hearing about the A's leaving Oakland and how a lot of people are mad at you, and you've just been getting a lot of bad publicity. San Jose Earthquakes making the MLS Cup playoffs. You could use some good publicity for once. You really can. San Jose Earthquakes. The sports gods made this night for you. Everybody's going to be watching because this is the last game of the 2023 MLS regular season, where the final stoppage time on decision day will be in San Jose. Since you're the last game kicking off, that means when most of us, including myself, will be watching the game on Apple TV with the ESPN 360 crew, all of us are going to be watching the final whistle of the MLS regular season. We're going to be watching you, the final stoppage time. So with that being said, through Apple TV and the MLS 360 crew, all eyes will be on you. Bring playoff soccer back to the Bay. Because San Jose, listen, you got some real competition now. The Oakland Roots are for real. The Oakland roots of the USL are for real. And they're coming. And they're growing fast. And they said that stadium that they're building at the Malibu lot, they said that's just temporary. So you know what that means? They have plans for an eventual bigger stadium. Sacramento Republic. Both of those USL teams, Oakland and Sacramento, is in the playoffs. But when I'm talking about Sacramento, this is not about USL. This is about MLS. Sacramento is not dead. Sacramento is still alive and well. And if we don't hear anything about this rail yard stadium being like official, like the plans becoming official, if we don't hear about it in 2024, we're definitely going to hear about it in 2025. So the competition for pro soccer in Northern California is really about to get rough. Oh, and let me not forget about San Francisco. The mayor of San Francisco said she wants her own soccer team. She said she wants her own professional soccer team. She didn't say she wants the San Jose Earthquakes to relocate from San Jose to San Francisco. Oh no, the queen of San Francisco, Mayor London Breed, says she wants her own professional soccer team. You don't think MLS will want a pro soccer stadium in the biggest city in the San Francisco Bay? So the pressure is real, San Jose. That's why myself and others, we have been trying to get in your brain to let you know how serious you should start taking this sport, because the pressure is real. And after this season, it's not going to get any easier for you. It's not. There's many cities in California that want a pro soccer team. And it's going to be very easy for you to get forgotten about and to get mixed up in the crowd. That's why it's very imperative that you start racking up trophies. San Jose Earthquakes. Let's start the trophy collection era tonight on Decision Day. Because when I told you, San Jose, I've been telling you all season long, all you have to do is just get in the playoffs this year. Playoff experience doesn't matter this season because this is a brand new format and no MLS team has ever experienced this type of playoff format ever. So anybody can win it. It doesn't matter if you're a wild card. It doesn't matter. This is a new format. And, it seems like other teams in the West have gotten a message really clear, like Houston, Vancouver. I remember when we got out of Leafs Cup, you and Vancouver, y'all right next to each other, 7 and 8. Vancouver got my message really well. They already clinched the spot. Finish the race, San Jose Earthquakes. Don't let Sebastian Driussi laugh you off the field on decision night. Don't let Sebastian Driussi sing na 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 hey 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 goodbye. That's what Austin's gonna do if they beat you. Don't let that happen, San Jose. Finish the race. Cross the finish line. And finish the race, San Jose Earthquakes.